All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dan coming to you with another video, and this is part 2 to the last video we just did. I'm going to be going over these websites. The longest part is going to be the first part, which is TradingView. I'm just going to go over how to use it, what it's for, what I use it for. I'm going to point out what I was mentioning about the paid version and the free version. Free version, you can use everything pretty much. It's just certain things you can't do, like you can't have a lot of indicators. It won't let you go to certain time frames when you're doing replay mode, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little stuff like that. Nothing major. Like, it's not, you don't need to pay for it to use the basic shit, which is what we're going to be using. But if you want to have a little bit more customization with your stuff, then yeah, you're going to have to hit up that paid version. It looks like they signed me out. I don't know why they would do something like that. Okay. So weird. Anyway, so this is TradingView. Up here, I wish I could make my mouse a little bigger, but up here you have your time frames. D is the daily time frame. You can go all the way up to the yearly time frame, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, yearly time frame. So each candle represents a full year. The daily, each candle represents a full day. Let's go to a different chart because that's a stock chart. 4 hour, each candle represents 4 hours. 2 hours, every candle represents 2 hours. 1 hour, so on and so forth. The lower you go down in time frames, that's just showing how many candles print every minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hour, whatever. So each candle that you're looking at on here is every 1 minute. Each candle that you're looking at on here is every 10 minutes. So this is 10 minutes, this is 10 minutes. All right, buddy. So all of these are 10-minute candles. So a new candle prints every 10 minutes. I personally use daily, monthly, weekly, daily, sometimes, well, a lot of times now 1 hour, but I'm about to go back to using daily and 4 hour, just to be able to hold my trades a little longer. Scaling down on the 1 hour, being on the 1 hour is like allowing me to get out of my trades way too early sometimes. And I understand the type of market that we've been in, but yeah. Over here, you have your tools, trend line, brave, info line. The main thing I use, which has these yellow highlights or yellow stars, trend line, which is trend line. You got your trend line, you got your horizontal line, mark off your highs and lows. You have your horizontal ray, mark off a certain area like that. Vertical line, I don't really use that too often. I just use that to mark off the date and the year or whatever down here at the bottom, as y'all can see this red box. And then we have the channel, which is kind of like trend line as well. And I'm gonna change the colors of that so you can actually see it. I don't know why. Let me hit default, actually. There we go. So boom, there's your channel. You can see what type of trend you're in with that. You can use it like that, or you can do it this way as well. Like I said, just to identify what type of trend you're in. People use this for a lot of different reasons. I don't really use it that much anymore. I don't think I need it. So I don't really use it like that. I can kind of see the trend or the channel by just looking at it. That's all I use for this one. Over here, you got your Fibonacci, which I don't ever really use this, which is probably bad. Some people might say it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I just don't use it. Fibonacci retracement. I don't really talk about it because, like I said, I don't use it like that. There are people that does use it in chat. I personally don't use it like that. I get confused on where to put it, so I don't use it. I think that's all on this one. On here, you have your long position tool, which is when you're going for buys. Hello, okay. Stop loss here. You put your number over here. It's the red number. That'll be your stop loss. Take profit be the number that's green. Over here. So if you're going for buys, this is kind of what it would look like. And if you're going for sales, which is the short position tool, it'll look like this. Pretty much the same thing, just instead of going up, it's going down. I don't understand why this shit is tweaking like this, but we're gonna keep on rocking. So, short position tool, again, same thing. Adjusted here. I don't know why it's not letting me adjust. Okay. Short position tools when you're going for sales. So that's that. Fixed range, I don't really use that. Price range, I use that to find my points in between. So like 250 pips or whatever. That's what I use this for. So boom, and then from here to here, that's 250 points. So that's all I use that for. Not really nothing to go too deep in detail because that's not something you would really need for the time. On here, we have the arrow. I use that a lot. Just to point out certain things. Obviously, that's really simple. Just the arrow. Then you have your rectangle. Now this is what I use to have my supply and demand. I already got like a little preset saved. So boom. Let's say supply, or let's say demand. So boom. Price bought up. Then we got another one here. And then do another demand. If y'all don't know what none of this stuff is and really need a full-on breakdown, let me know and I'll go over videos on like how to find this stuff and what to look for, because it's really not hard shit. But I don't know why I just never made videos like that. And then you got the path. This is kind of like, I use this to show the direction of where I feel like the market is gonna go. So if I'm in an uptrend, I'll do something like that. And if I feel like price is gonna settle down, I'll be like, okay, I want to see price come down here, break that low, come back, retest that low, continue to the downside. That's usually what I would use that for. So if y'all ever see stuff on the screen and don't know what that's how I'm doing that. So this is the path. You can change the settings and shit on that as well. You just click on it, hit this hexagon, and if you don't want an arrow, you can make it a normal. If you want arrows on both sides, do 2 arrows. I kind of just use normal and then arrow, leave it like that, and boom. I think that's all on here. Circle is just to, yeah, as you can see, I'm not sure why it keeps clicking automatically, but so your circle, let's say you want to point off a high point, boom. It's just a circle, you know. And then I think that's it. The art down here, that don't really matter. I don't even know I have that highlighted. I don't use that. But brush, you just can draw on the screen. So that's all it is. Nothing crazy. If you ever use brush and want to go back to being able to actually move the screen and stuff, just click this at the top. You can do cross, dot, arrow. I don't know what magic is. I just leave it on cross. The reason I have it on cross so I can see my numbers on the right side and the date at the bottom. So yeah, that's why I use cross. You could use mouse or whatever, the arrow key. That's pretty much TradingView. That's the things that we use. Over here you'll have your symbols. Now y'all, if y'all new and ain't never used TradingView, it'll probably look something like probably look more like this in the beginning, and it's just a bunch of different like stocks and currency pairs and all that different stuff. So like y'all will probably see more like stocks like Amazon and shit, and they'll be separate or whatever, but y'all can always change that later on. I'll show y'all how to do that, you know, once you actually start learning and whatnot. But that is crazy. Wait. Oh my God. I've been screaming 55 for the longest, and it hit it and went right back up. Perfect. Anyway, that's that. This right here, it will have you locking your tools in place. So like wherever you go, it'll lock on. So if you don't want that, just make sure that is turned off. And it's just a magnet. It's going to lock in place with whatever tool you use. So if I go here, it's gonna lock on in place right there. If I go over here, wherever the candle wick is, it's gonna lock onto the wick. So if you don't want that, make sure that the magnet is turned off. See, strong magnet, weak magnet, just turn it off. All right, again, over here you have your pairs. It's not nothing fancy, it's just your pairs. So NZD, whatever, if you want to have it set up and labeled. Like I said, I'll go over that in another video. It's not really a whole lot to this. Just, I don't know. I really just wanted to go over the basic stuff for the new people who don't know how to use this, which really was the time frames, and then you'll see this. We're not gonna go over indicators because I don't use them. Replay mode works for the daily time frame. Probably work for anything higher than the daily, but you just can go back in time and hit play and watch the candles print out. So if you want to do that, that's cool too. I used to do that a lot, but they allowed you to use it. Now they got it to where it's like anything under the daily time frame, that's what you would have to be paying for. So like I said, there'd be times where there's certain things that you would have to have the paid version to use, which you don't really need that. I mean, you can do backtesting on a daily. If you really want to go deep in, on a smaller time frame, that's all personal, but that's the only thing you really be paying for, to have a lot of indicators. And there's like certain time frames you can't look at. I don't know which one it is. I think it's like just custom ones in general. Like some of these they let you look at. I think it might be the 1 second. Yeah, see, so the 1 second you gotta have the paid version to look at, which I would never use a 1 second. Not for Forex anyway. But you get the 1 minute and up, so that's cool too. I guess there's not really a whole lot. Not really a whole lot left to say about that. So that's TradingView. All right, now we're gonna go to the news one, which is forexfactory.com. We're gonna leave this. I'm gonna go to forexfactory.com. So I was recording a blog. I'm probably not gonna use this. I'm probably just gonna start up another blog, or probably just end it off. Whatever. Yeah, we're not gonna use it like that. We're just gonna do screen, because that was going to take up so much space and so much time, it would not have worked. And my camera angle was just terrible. All right, so what? We have news on a Saturday? What the type of shit is this? All right, so this is where you go to look at news. I'm not gonna break down this entire website because it's not a lot that I look at. Hopefully it logs me in. All right, cool, it logged me in. So now, once you go here, you'll be on the home page. You click this funnel right here, it's green, and you can either have all of these selected, like have everything selected so you see all the news, like everything. Hit apply, and it'll show literally everything that pops up. Gray folders, yellow folders, orange folders, red folders, for all different currencies or whatever. But I personally just use the ones that I trade, which would be USD, NZD, JPY, and GBP. And then I only do the red folders because the red folders are high impact news folders. So that's what I use. Now lately I had been like using like the yellow or the orange or whatever, because there's been a lot of different news and a lot of different times like Trump will talk and all of that stuff. So those have definitely been making a difference as well. So I just been turning more of them on. But usually it's just USD news for me personally. But if you trade other pairs, like AUD pair, CAD pair, like you would want to have all of those selected. So now you will see all of your red folder news, high impact news. So this upcoming week, it looks like Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday are the only days where there's news. So like Sunday, Monday, and Friday is cool. I always remind people to check this before they start trading, because let's say you hop into a trade and everything's going your way and out of nowhere it reverse on you or just do something crazy. This will let you know what's going on. I can't really go too deep into it because I don't really read the folders or anything. I'm just going to be honest. Some of them I do. I know CPI is crazy. PPI is crazy. NFP and FOMC, those are the main ones that I watch out for. Anything else, I don't really pay that much attention to. But if you want to go into these, which I probably I would, just to read up on them and see what it really is, you'll probably get to a point to understanding what it means. I don't really understand what a lot of this stuff means just yet still. But oh yeah, and when Powell speaks, that shit be going crazy too. So again, just make sure you go to this website and sign up, make your account. It's all free. Again, if you want to just do USD news, Again, hit the green funnel, just do USD news, turn all these off, red folders, boom, that's all you need. All you'll see is red USD folders. If you don't trade nothing else, don't care about nothing else, you see it seems like it's not that much news. But like I said, I do other pairs as well. So NCD, JPY, GBP, and boom. And yeah, everything will pop up here. If you want to open them, click on the folders. You can open it, read it, go back in time, see how everything performed. Like it lets you go way back. So if you want to ever go back, like if you're ever doing back testing on the charts and you see some crazy candle or something and you want to know what it is, I always would go back test on the charts, see something crazy, come over to this website, be like, okay, and I would just type in the date. And if I can't find it on here, I just type in the date on Google, and Google will tell me like, okay, well, this happened on this day at this time, and it might be the reason why, you know. So that's all for this website. And then you'll have like for your brokers, I mean, there's not really much to talk about when it comes to brokers, but you got Hankotrade. So yeah, this is Hankotrade. All you got to do is register. The link will be in the description. Once you log in, I don't know if it's gonna let me log in. All right, so once you log in, you'll create a live account. I think I do. Actually, let me go back because I don't know which ones I do. I've had this shit for so long. How do I go back? All right, ECN. So startup, ECN, select your currency wherever you are in the world. I'm in the US, so we're gonna do US. 1 to 500 leverage. If you wanted to use like a MetaTrader, like knockoff platform, it's the same as MetaTrader 4. It's just they call it this. Click on here, go to the website, download it, make you an account like that, and set that up. I don't use that. I could, but I don't because they don't have it for mobile. So it's I don't really care. I don't know. I don't trade on my computer that often, so I just use this. Then you open the account. They'll send you the credentials. That'll probably pop up on the screen. You can screenshot it on the screen. When you go to deposit, go to the deposit section, crypto, whatever account you use. I don't know if this is probably not the one I use, but click on that. It'll show what's in your account at the time, USD, and then you can do either of these to deposit. I was told Litecoin is a lot cheaper, so if you use Litecoin, you know, Coinbase buy Litecoin, send it that way. I always use Bitcoin. I'll probably start using Litecoin though, save me some money. But do it like that, hit proceed. It'll give you the address and everything, and that'll really be it. So make your money, deposit it, go from there. It'll pop up in your account. And they do have the like I said, there's a trading platform for this. It's Hanko X, what he was trying to load up, but y'all seen it already because I've shown y'all when I was trading on it, so y'all already know what that look like. But yeah, and then you'll have Vital Markets. So that's Hankotrade, and then you'll have Vital Markets. Now, I personally don't use Vital Markets like that, but I mean, it's cool. Like I said, it's for TradeLocker, so. And I don't really use TradeLocker, so I can't make a video on how to set it up, like, you know, but it's all basic shit. So boom, you'll go here. It'll have your wallet up here at the top. It'll show how much you have in your account. I don't use it, so there's no money here. Transfer, you can do wallet to platform, which would be your TradeLocker. Like I said, I have it, but I don't use it. Just do this, boom, and then you just, if you have money in there, you just do that, whatever. And then you transfer, and then go to your wallet. Now to fund your account, hit fund your account. It's all simple. Deposit Bitcoin. These are all the ways you can deposit. Like I said, I usually just do Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, you can do platform or wallet. Wallet, it'll show up here in this little wallet thing in the top. The platform, it'll just go straight to your account, which is what I usually do. You can do however much you want, and then hit deposit. They will pop up the screen where you get the Bitcoin address. You take the Bitcoin address, you put it in your Coinbase or your Cash App, and then you send your Bitcoin that way. And then to withdraw, just simply hit withdraw, and it'll ask you what type withdrawal type. And if you do Bitcoin, make sure you do Bitcoin again. So just make sure. I don't know if they make a difference now, but if you deposit it with Bitcoin, make sure you withdraw Bitcoin. So you go to your wallet. So boom, it'll show up here. So all your money will be up here. So let's say you got 10K in there, you want to withdraw 5K, just hit 5K, request withdrawal. They'll see your email to confirm it, and you'll put your address, And it'll, once it gets processed, it'll, get sent to your thing. Gets into wherever your Cash App, Coinbase, whichever one you use. They got some other stuff on here. I don't know how to get to it though. I don't use this. Might be these. Yeah, so like they got like different affiliate programs and all this other shit to get funded. Okay, I never know they did this, but they got a bunch of different stuff. They offer a lot of stuff when it comes to certain brokers. Also, these that don't work. These brokers, I don't think this is a regulated broker. Meaning, if your money get in here, if you put your money on this broker and they shut the shit down, your money go with them. So do this shit at your own risk. A lot of people, I recommend you get a regulated broker who's like Forex. I think it's Forex.com or Owanda, or you just Google it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm showing y'all what I use because, hey, it is what it is. I use it for certain reasons. I use a lot of different brokers. So, and then the last one is Midas. This is the one I use the most for MT4 and MT5 because I just like how MT5 is. And yeah, so Midas FX is pretty good. The only thing is on the weekends they close down, so you can't withdraw anything. You have to do your withdrawal before they close. I think it's like Friday at 5 when the market closes. That's when they close. So if you want to withdraw, probably do it like on a Thursday or early Friday morning before 5 o'clock. So it can get processed and everything. But I don't know my password. That's not good. That is so weird. But anyway, yeah, so same thing, deposit, draw, started up with an account. I'm on the accounts already, live accounts. Open live account after you sign up and everything. And just go from there. So yeah, I mean, I use 1 to 1,000 leverage, by the way. So, same thing, open live account. As you can see, MT5 ECN, MT5 STD, which is, I think, just a standard one. I use the ECN ones. I can't remember the difference. It'll probably show somewhere on the website. But ECNs are the ones that I use. And you can see I got multiple accounts. I do different shit, whatever. But that's really it. Like, if y'all don't know how to actually like deposit and withdraw with Cash App or Coinbase, I will make a separate video doing that. I cannot do it right now because it's the weekend. The shit is closed. Like I said, they closed. You can't really do it. So that being said, man, that's all I got. Hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.